Where do the multiracials fit into this America?
Today's multiracials are really in a very interesting and exciting place, but also a place that for the moment is problematic.
Do they try to move beyond America's historical obsession with race boxes in hopes of moving toward a better future? Or not?
I'm looked at by not only just society, but the government, pretty much politicians, as a dangerous individual because of the fact that I refuse to go by what society's standards are.
By choosing to be mixed race and choosing to not identify as black or white makes America a little bit uneasy.
Some people do find it a bit laughable when you meet somebody, especially black Americans again, and they say, I'm not black, I'm mixed. And you're looking at them and you're like, baby, really?
Once again, programmed to identify with something.
I'm not one or the other, I'm this space in between.
Race is not an individual choice in America, it is a social choice.
A lot of people know they'll say that I'm denying my race.
They use the term multiracial or biracial to distance themselves from blackness.
So what are you? You know, like that's the question. It's always the question, what are you? I'm a human being. I'm Angie McKee. I'm a mixed race individual. That means I have two awesome cultures that have made me who I am.
It's very tempting to just say, let's just forget it. I'm a human being. I don't think we as a nation are there yet.
They want to stay stuck into the norm of what we're used to.
My mother actually wouldn't date my dad for 2 years because he was white. My dad's family in South Dakota, German and Irish, farmers and teachers. So my mother's side of the family, they were slaves in Texas. She was raised in a time period where segregation was a very real thing in her life in Houston. And so going to DC and working with my dad at the Justice Department, my mom was one of the first black people my dad had ever met. But in that 2 years, she got to know him and become friends with him and realized that there was no reason why she shouldn't date him because he was white. Finally started dating and it was love and we created a little mixed baby. I always tell the story of my grandmother taking my brother and I to the dollar store and how she taught us from a very young age, you don't touch anything in the store. You walk in, you can look at it, but you don't touch anything unless you're buying it. One day my grandmother got totally frustrated with the guy following us. We had proven ourselves to be honest people, but that day she was just like, I'm done with this. Touch everything. Pick it up, carry it around, do whatever you want to do. I totally attribute this to my being raised by a black mother and a white father, that if I were to become angry at all white people for the way one ignorant shopkeeper treated me, then I would also be angry at my father. And that man has done nothing ever in his life against a person of color.